We are back for your September market update, but as we usually do, we're going to start with where the hell are we this time? We're not on a boat. We're not on a golf course, even though I dressed for it.
I know. We're missing something,
I think that's coming. I was just manifesting the next video, basically.
This week, for this month's market update video, we're actually at this really cool listing that I've got, 52 Boyd in Camden, Missouri. So we got lake back there.
It's a hell of a view, and we are going to show you the house, but not till the end. It's a very unique, what did you say, this 2.7 acres or something like that?
2.65 acres here. There's a total of 4 lots. This house sits on 2, and then the other 2 have a park-like setting for them. Really interesting community. They have community trash, community water, community sewer, fenced-in trailer parking. All that's just right across the street. Really cool spot. You have Como fiber optic here. I have really good cell phone signal here, which is not always the case.
We are in Bulldogs Cove, right?
Mm-hmm. Just right down the...
So if you're familiar with that, we're on the 32-ish mile marker.
Yeah, I mean, the shootout race course is just right outside the top of the cove. This is a no-wake cove here. It's got 149 feet of lakefront. It does pie down, though. So we are limited on the size of the dock slip, which is holding this house back from reaching its top selling point.
Also though, and we'll get to that, priced for that. Like when you see this house, you're going to be blown away. It's a gem. Yeah. Now, I will also say, as I'm standing here, we talked about this last month, that we are here in early-ish October. It's 80-something degrees today.
I know.
And so if you're not from here, from Missouri, I want to state that Missouri's weather, Mother Nature's bipolar here. You can very easily get 90-degree days. Next week, it's going to be 50s.
I've been telling you guys for the past couple of months, October was some of my favorite boating season, because you still have days in the 90s. Earlier this week it was hot. Today it's 80.
Yeah. It's supposed to be hot. So at the time of this recording, Harbor Hop's coming up. Yeah. I hope if you're watching this, you participated in Harbor Hop, because it's going to be like 89 degrees on Saturday.
It's as good as it gets.
It's as good as it gets. I mean, that's as good as a summer day.
Yep.
And it's better
without the traffic.
And it's right before that warm weather is holding back these leaves from changing. This house, you're going to have an incredible view, but I'd say probably 2-3 weeks, depending on wetness.
Yeah, if we could get some
moisture.
Rain. It's been a little dry here lately, but yeah, if we can get some rain, these leaves will really pop and be perfect viewing.
At the time of you watching this video, I hope you have plans to get down this next week, within the next 2 weeks. That's about your window. Mm-hmm. So when you're watching this video, if you don't have plans to get down here, put it on your schedule, call your spouse, say, honey, we're going down to the lake because I want to see what these assholes are talking about with these leaves. It's going to be incredible. I told you, I'm going to go over to Haha Tonka and fly my drone and just take it all in.
Yeah, that's one of the best leaf viewing areas around here at Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, it is. Not to mention the boat ride as well. And now, this time of year, there's pumpkin patches. I know Cave has a really nice pumpkin patch. I think Mecca Farms.
Yeah, we've hit up Mecca Farms.
They've got a really cool setup.
They're open every weekend in October.
Yep.
Last I knew.
Yep. They got things to do. We
hit this really neat spot last weekend, Firefly Farms, out towards Montreal on 7 for pumpkin days.
Explain it. It's a farm, like you go past like Three Brothers? On A, is that
no,
A?
out on 7.
On 7, okay.
I don't know. They've got honey butter out there. This is awesome. Or cream honey butter.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I know what you're talking about. Apple butter too, they do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they had, Farrah got some face painting out there.
Cool.
We had to get some special pumpkins. All the things. They had a little butcher shop stuff there.
Yep.
It was a pretty awesome place. I have to put a link in there on the comments on this so that we get it right.
It's a good time of year too to do things like, I think a lot of people don't know about that petting zoo in Sunrise Beach, where they've got like the sloths and monkeys and all kinds of random things. I think we talked about that.
And the kids have hit that spot up before.
Is it cool? I've not been.
I didn't make it. You should go and tell me about it.
I'm gonna have to do that. Actually, we should do a video about that.
I heard it was very, very unique.
So besides the trees, besides fall boating weather, this is Chiefs country. There's a lot of great bars that are just a lot of Chiefs watch parties. There's pretty much countless. So if you're into football, this is also Mizzou country. So if you're not a Mizzou fan, you're probably an Iowa fan or a Kansas fan. Those are the two probably most prominent ones here.
Yeah, that pretty dominates it. Yeah, Nebraska.
Yeah, we get some Nebraska.
Cornhusker area.
So in other words, it's a great spot to be because there's a lot of passionate football fans, both college and NFL. It's just a great time of year.
If we just had some Cardinal baseball.
I
love Cardinal baseball.
That's right. I was just listening to the game on the radio, actually. There's a game going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you're right. Cardinal baseball in the postseason is missing. The Royals, though, are in.
Oh.
Let's point to, and they are, I think, up 2-1 in the, it's either 1-1 or 2-1 in the series with the Yankees. So I don't care who's playing the Yankees, I'm rooting for them, and I have no problem rooting for the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
Even though they robbed us in 1985.
Yeah. Still a little, still tender.
Every St. Louisan's butthurt by that one. Yes, Don Dankinger. Yes.
Don Dankinger.
Yes. Well, I tell you what. Let's get into the market update, but let's move positions. Let's go show them how cool this kitchen is, and let's give them the data.
All right, let's go check it out.
We've changed positions. We're in this freaking amazing kitchen with unique white appliances, and I think we've summarized this color to be copper, which I like.
If you like it, it's copper.
It's not gold, and but I like it. I like this setup. You've got this farmhouse sink, you've got double oven, you've got big ass refrigerator. We have a trash compactor that you can't see over here. You've got a really nice range with the water.
Filler, yeah, gas range, exhaust hood.
This is nice. This is
pop-up outlets. Yeah, I mean, you've got kids, you've got family. This is the gathering area. This is where everybody goes.
And what you can't see behind us too. So you've got seating for 6, actually 7 right here, but then you've got a big dining area back behind. Yeah, that's really nice.
Walk-in pantry.
Yeah, it's a really nice pantry too. Yeah, this is a gorgeous house, which leads us to our September data, man. What do you got for us this month?
All right, I've got some interesting stuff. We're going to start off with single-family lakefront homes. So new lakefront properties this September saw a drop of 6.4% from September 23 with 88 lakefront homes hitting the market. Our average, this will really get you, our average lakefront sale price was down 28.4% from this time last year, from September 2023 down.
That screams opportunity to
This
buy.
month was at $721,303 compared to last September. In all fairness, last September had the highest average lakefront home sale price since January of 2019. So last September was like the $1 million home sale month of the year, of the past 5 years. Last September, it was just over $1 million was the average lakefront home sale price, which is why this September looks so shy from last one.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Let's unpack that. You've got values have come, I don't know if you can say down. They've stabilized, normalized maybe, right? Would you say that? Because last year was an anomaly. Would you call that an anomaly?
No, we're still month to month. We're still fairly trading inside of a range. That last September was really wild how it spiked up like that for the 1 month. Otherwise, we're just down. So year to date on single family home sale prices for 2024 is just under 740,000. So at 721, we're turning down just a little bit from that year to date. Even 2023 was at 721, 928. So we're right in line with what it was last year. This year we've been trending up, but like I said, we're just kind of range bound.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, as we talk about home prices, and I get this question a lot from people, like, if I'm gonna move there, when should I buy? Should I wait? Are things gonna come back? I'm gonna give my answer and then I want you to give yours. My prediction, knowing what's on the docket, and by on the docket, I mean, you've got this big entertainment center coming right by where you live, right there in Osage, right? You've got on the vote, which I'm gonna do a post about this year soon, the potential casino coming. And there's possibly 2, but one is on the ballot November 5th. It's Bally's, and it's going to be right down there in Lake Ozarks, in the quarry area. I know of a potential massive development going potentially in Camdenton. They're working towards that. We're talking like an entire village, hotels, water parks, Lynn Creek area, back behind. There's 2,000 acres. There's not many 2,000-acre parcels at the Lake of the Ozarks. And then I talked to somebody else who's doing some development over in Sunrise. Didn't give me any details. I don't know if it's residential, if it's commercial, if it's both.
Marty?
Maybe. But you've got activity. And so with that in mind, as you're thinking about when is the right time to buy, sell, whatever, Dude, I think in the next 5, 6, 10 years, you're gonna have a boom here.
There's some things going on. There's definitely a lot, just besides the development that's going on here. More and more people know about the lake. I mean, look at yourself.
Yeah.
You want to be full-time here now. I mean, that's a very common story. We've got, election coming up, so there's a lot of hesitation from people. Do you know that out of the last 7 of 8 presidential elections, home prices went up the next year?
Specifically at the Ozarks or just nationwide?
Nationwide.
Okay.
So 7 out of the last 8 elections, home prices went up.
Which one did they go down? Do you know that?
Do you want to take a guess?
Man, I can't even name the last
That's
presidents.
an easy one.
I'm gonna go
So
with...
in 2008, there was an election.
Yep.
Would you say that home prices went down or up in 2009?
That would be the one.
Yeah. That.
Duh. Okay.
Yeah. So that was our one year.
Who was that president?
That was the year Obama got elected.
Was that his first?
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that's an unfair, not to blame a person there, whether you like or dislike. We were crashing.
There were things in the works before he got there, but that had happened. So between the Fed starting to push rates down, I know that mortgage rates have still been a little choppy, but all things that are lining up, I think it's going to be a really hot spring. We're seeing some tightening of inventory here on single-family homes. We've dropped on our months of supply. We're currently at 6.4 months of supply. Last month we were at 6.7. So we've got a few less homes coming on the market, but it's trending the opposite way the condos are, I can tell you that.
Really?
Yeah. So we're going to see a little bit of tightening. Usually our biggest purchase times here at Lake of the Ozarks, spring and fall.
Yeah.
The nation's pretty used to spring selling season. Our area here is fairly big because people want to get one last season out of the lake house, and then after Labor Day comes, we're ready to put it on the market. Yeah. We'll get influx of inventory, and so buyers that have been on the sidelines said we're ready to buy, we just can't find what we want to buy. Yeah. So I would say if you are in the market for a lakefront home, keep your eye on what's coming up out there, because I think once spring gets here, if we see mortgage rates come down, there's going to be an influx of buyers, and that's going to push up housing prices. Yeah. So if you purchase now, maybe you can refinance in 6 to 12 months.
Always,
and get a cheaper rate on that and lessen your mortgage payment. But if you wait and mortgage payments go down and housing prices go up, you're going to be in the same boat, and you're not going to be happy.
I mean, that's a good opportunity to plug that and say, don't ever buy a house. Coming from 2 industry veterans here, and myself more from the mortgage side, don't ever buy a house based upon what interest rates are doing. Buy or sell based upon when you're ready. And because you know that what rates are going to be volatile, and if you wait, you could cost yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's just stupid, because you can always refinance. And so it's
if it's right for yourself.
That's the key. It shouldn't have anything to do with the rate. It should have to do with where are you at with your family, where are you at with your finances, where are you at in your career. That's what it should matter.
Everybody has seasons and chapters of life, but if you're right on the verge of that, I would definitely get very serious. Yeah. Once Thanksgiving gets here, Lake of the Ozarks kind of gets out of sight, out of mind. People are really thinking about Christmas parties, all the holidays.
And there's a lot of snowbirds here that go to Florida pretty much after Thanksgiving a lot of times.
But even for a buyer, the houses that are on the market in that off season, you've got some serious sellers that want to sell. Yeah. They're open for negotiations.
They were probably hoping they would pop off right after summer in the fall. If it didn't sell, they're probably more willing to come down in price.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Once we get past January on websites and everything, about 2 weeks into January, we'll see the buyer activity in home searches start to come back. And then things really weather dependent around here, because we'll still have some nice weekends in February. Yeah. If it's nice in Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, we'll get an influx of people around here. I mean, the pub crawl, in some years, if it's very nice weather, I mean, it's
Mardi Gras.
Insane how many people come here. Yeah. And that's really about the time, weather dependent. St. Patrick's Day, things really start to pick up again. So that beginning of the year, we start to get the phone calls from sellers. Hey, we're thinking about selling, and we start doing some of that home prep and get things ready for the spring season. But
Awesome.
it's been a still a good fall. Our lakefront homes, like I said, have been on. Still on a tear. We're still getting calls from buyers and sellers, every day, every week.
Yeah. I think most importantly too is just stay tuned in. If you're already watching this, thank you. You already obviously believe in us, but we're going to continue to talk about the developments. And like I said, I've got a video coming out where I'm going to talk about the casino ballot and basically what to understand. Not that I'm an expert. I just found it online, literally through a neutral source, and it kind of breaks down. You're not just voting for, because actually it's interesting, and I'll tease it. The money that would be created as a result of that casino is going towards like kids education. Yeah. Which you don't know that. All people make this out to be is, gambling, which we should be over that by now. But still, it's I don't know. I'm pro-growth here at the lake. If you're not pro-growth, well, you can stop watching.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is the part where I would be a little bit open to being controversial.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's debate.
I'm always open for improvement in the lake area.
You don't want a casino?
I think anything that is family oriented or anything that brings in investment or more money, it's a good thing for our area.
Tourism.
Yes. That's how Lake of the Ozarks has grown. And of course we get, the older mindset of, I just don't want anything to change. And they developed that. They ruined my generation. They did that. Yeah. And it's like, well, if you think that person, buying that house and putting that up ruined Lake of the Ozarks for you, boy, I'd hate for you to ask the Indians because they've probably got an opinion way different from yours.
That's a great point. I was thinking about this the other day because you're right. It's like every generation we get set in our ways and we get really just grouchy about growth. But when you really think about it, we're all here because our ancestors had a growth mindset. If our ancestors didn't have a growth mindset, none of us would be here.
We all came from somewhere.
Right, so stop thinking like, you're ruining the lake, because you have options. If you don't like the growth of the Lake of the Ozarks, go to a quieter lake. If you like the growth, well then, embrace it because it's good for the economy, it's good for the local economy, it's good for tourism, it's good for the state. There's a lot of good.
And on that note, there is Table Rock, and we do have agents that cover Table Rock for Lakefront Living Realty down there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Year to date, sale price was down 2.5% off from year to date. So just a little bit of a decrease on that. 59 lakefront homes sold this September, just 3 off from last September. Our months of supply is shrinking just a little bit. We're at 6.4. Last month was 6.7. Last year was 4.3.
Wow.
So we have grown a little bit in that area, but we're still tracking. We just have more options out there.
Yeah.
Current year-to-date list to sale price ratio is at 97.2% for lakefront homes. So that's still hanging in there really tight. Current average days on market is at 42, hanging in there tight. Lakefront homes for sale by price bracket, 300 to 499,000. We have 37. It's actually down 26% from last month. 500,000 to 749,000. We're at 49 homes for sale. That's down 21% from this time last month. 750 to $999,000. 41, same as what we did last month. 1 million to 5 million, 80. We were down 8% from this time last month. Over 5 million, we're at 7. One up because of the Bush compound came out.
That's cool.
That's an amazing property.
Yes, it is.
Yes, for 21 million. Mm-hmm. I'll take 2.
It's actually not a bad price when you consider all that you're getting.
It's quite a legacy there.
Yeah. That too. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. Now it's like the tale of two dogs.
Okay.
Lakefront condos. Our new listings this September at 101, which is almost up 22% from September 2023. Average sale price for condos was up over 7.5% from this time last year at $347,000.
Wow.
Sales were down almost 17.5% compared to last year. 38 condos sold. 83 fewer condos have sold compared to the same time last year.
Wow.
with 219 more listings.
Wow.
So it's just kind of one of those devil's negatives. We got more inventory and less sales. And I've been out with condo buyers. I mean, there's just so many options out there right now. Buyers are almost getting the, I forget that theory for choices.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You kind of get a little overloaded on choices and it's hard to make a decision. Months of supply is currently tracking up. We're at 8.7 months of supply this month compared to 8.1 last month. Last year this time we were at 3.8 months of supply.
Wow.
So just a lot more options out there in fewer sales. Current year-to-date listed sale price ratio is 97.85%. So that's still holding in there tight. I do see a lot of price reductions, you know, all over the board, even with Lakefront Homes. And once you do a price reduction and you go under for sale, that listed sale price ratio is based off that current price. One standout number is the difference in days on market this year at 60 days compared to 39 last year.
Wow.
So a lot more time on market for those condos.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because, you know, we talked about this last month. Mine went under contract within a week.
Yeah, we still have, I mean, it's an average. So you still have those ones that are, and we'll talk about this next, ones that are nice and assessments. One that have, you know, what buyers would consider a reasonable assessment amount compared to what they have been in the past. Those are getting looked at way more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Condos available by rooms, 2 bedrooms, 108 condos out there.
Wow.
It's just a lot of 2-bedroom condos out on the market. That's up 3% from last month. 3-bedroom available, 167. That's up 5.7% from last month. And 4 bedrooms or more, or no, just 4 bedrooms, 26 of those are available. That's up 8.3 from last month.
Wow.
Now, here's a new stat that I had not thrown your way, but after being out with some buyers, I thought it might be interesting in this one. So I wanted to put assessments in a price bracket and demonstrate, at what percentage of the market fall into those brackets.
Okay.
Disclaimer on this, 76% of the condos on our MLS listing are listed as quarterly assessments. So 24% of the condos that are listed out there are listed either by month or yearly. So they're outside of this. So that's 271 out of the 335 current condos on the market are listed on quarterly, and that's what these percentages are based off of. Right. So I have 4 price brackets. Assessments under $1,000 per quarter, 22%.
I was gonna say, I gotta believe that's a small number anymore.
Condos with assessments between $1,001 to $1,500 a quarter, 43%.
Okay, we're almost at 70%.
Condos that have assessments between $1,501 and $2,000 a quarter, 19%. 16% of the condos that are on the market right now have assessments over $2,000 a quarter.
Wow. I hope that assessment comes with, you know, monthly massages, things like that.
If they don't, they should, right?
Maybe even a happy ending. And that's awesome. I mean, not so awesome, I guess. I mean, where I just left, I want to say, you know, I guess the assessments also, though, does that take into account? Because my assessment, you know, I had a little bit higher assessment because I had 2 boat slips.
Yeah, so your assessments are going to be based on boat slip size.
Yep.
And of course, if you have multiple assessment, it goes with that.
I assume it's just taking the average. It's just the average. So some don't have a boat slip, some have 2, some might even have 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get into those complexes that have more amenities. Some complexes have an indoor pool, which is fantastic.
Gym,
you can come down here in the
center.
wintertime.
Yeah.
And you're going to pay for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pickleball, tennis, basketball court, all the things.
Yeah. So it's important to know what assessment that you're comfortable with at your price bracket that you're looking for, and then also what amenities do you hope to have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That kind of wraps up what I had for Lakefront Homes and Condos. So
well then I think there's only one thing left to do, which is to give them kind of a quick tour of this pretty awesome house. And let's talk about, but before we do that, let's talk about the price, because give me the specifics. We already talked about the acreage, we talked about the lake frontage, we talked about the limited space. You can have a dock, but you can't have a longer than a 20-foot dock, so it's pretty much a bass boat.
A 20-foot slip. It was previously permitted for a 10 by 20 dock slip.
Okay.
The seller built this home from new construction. It was completed about 2 years ago, so it's basically a brand new home.
Yep. Feels brand new.
Yep. Had a permit for it whenever he had it built, or actually somebody else did prior to. If you don't put a dock on with that permit within a year, then that permit will expire. That permit, in theory, is still good here, and I've talked to Amron about it because nothing has changed in the makeup back here. Got it. So you could have a 10 by 20 dock slip. It is going to go dry in the winter, and we're priced according to that. Right now, this house is 4,637 square feet, 5 bedroom, 3 full bath, 2 half bath, total of 3 garages with 4 spots for cars, and we're listed at $900,000.
2 kitchens. I mean, the basement's like mother-in-law quarters.
Yeah, it is. The mother-in-law was living downstairs, had her full, garage down there, full kitchen.
And it was handicap accessible too. Shower,
handicap accessible shower to go in there. They had kids that lived up, lived with them upstairs. 3 big bedrooms and another living room, toy area up there, along with 1 shared bath. So really a phenomenal home. Listed at $900,000, so we're just under $195 a square foot for almost brand new construction. This house, if it was, just in a cove setting with a straight dock envelope, this house is 1.5 to 1.7 all day long.
Yeah,
and it would be snatched up.
So it's really ideal for somebody who isn't enamored by having a big boat, probably more of a fisherman type, somebody who's probably not going to be out on the busy weekends, going to have an excellent view. You have a big house with tons of privacy. You actually have additional lots. I assume you could even do something, so maybe that could be something as well.
Yeah, you could divide those off and develop them, sell them off, or keep it. I mean, right now he's got everything knocked down, and it's more like a park-like setting to it.
That's awesome. Let's do a quick tour, show them around, and then we'll wrap this thing up. All right, we're just gonna do a couple highlights of this one. Jesse, there's a couple things I wanted to show them. Yeah, let's go take a look there. What's going on here? It's like
this thing has
it's like a secret room.
I know, right?
I mean,
nice walk-in pantry.
Holy mackerel. That's impressive. Now, when you come off this kitchen, this is what I was talking about. Look at this seating area.
Dining area here, open to an open deck out there that is then connected to the screened-in deck. We've got laundry area, garages off that side of the house.
2 laundries, right?
Yep, one on the lower level, one on the main level.
This is a huge big
living area.
Yeah.
Big
master on the main floor.
Big primary suite in here, big bathroom, big closet.
Whoa. Holy mackerel, look at that. Nice shower, huge closet. All right, we are upstairs now. How many rooms are up here?
Check this out. There's 3 big bedrooms up here in this big toy lounge area.
Bedroom number 1.
You've got lake view right out there.
Bedroom number 2.
Another bedroom with lake view out here.
Yeah.
Shared bathroom here. And check out this bedroom. The nooks and the crannies that are up here. This would be amazing, especially for my high school boy. So he could have a desk over here, bed over there, another little seating hangout area here.
Wow, what a unique room.
Just very cool.
There's a lot of things you could do with this. I love it.
Yeah. Now we'll go check out the very lower level. It lives like a completely different apartment.
Let's do it.
We have a safe room down here underneath the front porch. Mechanical room. There's actually 2 HVAC systems. One of them has gas furnace, big gas water heater. Second laundry room down here. Half bath. Living, kitchen, dining.
Yeah, this is no joke.
I mean, another garage.
Yeah, so they have their own
storage area off of that.
Wow. And then they also have their own deck down here.
Access to the side of the house, access to the deck and the screen deck over there.
And there's a driveway on that side of the house.
It comes down to the garage. Another big bedroom, big walk-in closet. And the mother-in-law that had a wheelchair accessible shower. Wow. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Again, let us know any questions, any of my stats that you have any questions on, or something that you want to hear from. I'd be happy to pull any of those for you. We love hearing from you guys when we're out and about. We got to run into some of our fans at Performance Boat before the poker run last month.
Yeah. Selling his condo.
Chris. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you guys very much for liking the videos. We enjoy doing them. Glad you guys like them. Let us know how we can tailor it to you if you need to.
But don't leave yet. All right, Jesse, how does somebody buy this house?
Well, thanks for checking out our September market update for one. And this is 52 Boyd in Camden, Missouri. Please feel free to reach out to me. My cell phone number is 573-260-0868. Or my email address is Jesse, Jesse, at lakefrontliving.com. This house is going to be fantastic for somebody. Even the dogs have a little fenced-in area over there.
Next month, I'll see you on the golf course.
We doing golf course next month?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I can't wait.